Who are we here with?
My name's Ewan. I came top 4 with Prankids today,
Let's see it.
which is hilarious. Here we go. Monsters, this does not need explaining.
Do you want to turn it upside down?
Sorry, yeah.
No
Monsters, this does not need explaining. 3 pansies, 3 dropsies, 3 lampsies, 3 roxies. Anyone who's ever played the deck will tell you that you need to play 3 of each. There is no two ways about that.
Got any swapsies?
Unfortunately not. And that's it for the monsters. I'm not playing any hand trap monsters because of a card I will show you later. Spells, field spells, I'm playing 3 copies of place. You want to see this. It helps chain block, it helps get over stuff that would otherwise have too much attack. Helps push through for extra damage, it's just really nice. Then we play 1 fusion recycling plant. This deck wants to see poly. It doesn't do anything unless it doesn't do a lot unless it sees poly a lot of the time. So you play this because it is the best target for after terraforming. Set rotation. The field spells are what makes the deck anywhere near as consistent as it is. You absolutely need to be playing these. I'm tempted to play another fusion recycling plant in future because it's just been brilliant all day. Fusion spells. We're playing 3 poly, 1 invo, and 3 copies of Pandemonium. These, with 2 monsters, all start your entire combo. Ideally, you don't want to start with these because they lock you into Prankids for the turn. But 4 copies of this alongside the Fusion Recycling Plant Terraforming set rotation to get into it is fairly consistent. You usually have a way to do it first turn. Next, onto the extenders, we play 3 copies of Pranks. This card is absurd. You can use it as a starter if you don't get into your fusion spell, and it recycles resource and draws a card in the end phase like Apocalypse for True Draco. It's single-handedly keeps you in the grind match. It's just all-round brilliant. And Instant Fusion, another ridiculous card in this deck. It works as a starter if you need it to. Ideally, you don't start with it because if you use it mid to late game, it nets an incredible amount of advantage if you've got anything in Brave to just summon back with Rocket and combo off. Next, the reason we're not playing any monster hand traps. Reasoning, this card is ridiculous. It starts the combo on its own with another monster and just would not do without it under any circumstances. Then we play 3 Cosmic Cyclone because there's a lot of back row in the game at the moment that we don't like. Imperial Order kills us. We struggle to play around Crescendo and Roar, so ideally you draw into one of these when you're going second into that and you can get them off the board. Traps, we are playing 2 copies of Plan. You need 2 Plan. Anyone who doesn't play 2 Plan has clearly not spent enough time playing the deck. It saves you when people don't know what it does in Graveyard because it shuffles back all your resources so you can keep playing. And against back row decks, it gets your Roaster to blow up all the back row in the end phase, and it's hilarious. Then the last card we're playing is 3 copies of Impermanence, the only hand trap because it fits with Reasoning. I don't need to explain this, it's an all-round good card. Extra deck. 3 copies of Dodo. 2 is acceptable. 3 I am playing because of a card that you will see in the side deck. I will explain it later. Doesn't need it. 2 copies of Bow Wow. 3 is too much. 2 is fine. And 1 Roaster. Again, you don't need any more, but it's a great card. Fusions, play 2 Rocket, 2 Washer. Again, no need to explain these. If you played the deck, you know what they do. You know you need 2, not 3. And then Butler, again, 1 of, no need to explain.
Such a dumb card.
It's ridiculous. Oh, you would know, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
It killed you that one game. Then onto the non-Prankids cards. Toad, I would suggest, is the only one that's absolutely necessary. It's just a negate. It's a really good card. Anyone who's sort of faced Paleo will know how effective this thing is. You can build entire decks around it, so if you've got the chance to play it, you play it. Dweller, Didn't summon this all day. It comes up in the Orcus matchup and quite a lot of other combo matchups, but I didn't play Orcus all day, and Salamangreat Nibiru'd me to hell and back. So
Doesn't feel good, does it?
it's not great. No, you'd know that, wouldn't you? Then we play the Borlow Dragon. This was a last-minute choice because I had 2 spaces that I didn't know what to do with. It's generally a good card. It's brilliant in the Thunder Dragon matchup. If needs be, you can use it to steal the Nibiru token if you cannot out it. I only summoned it once, and as I entered the battle phase to try and do something with it, it got Nibiru'd. So it didn't do anything for me today, but good card. And then the last card was Balinx. This is only in here because Mermaid is still legal for this tournament, and Ibli on my board kills me. I can't special summon, I can't get rid of it for anything, so I need something to get rid of it so that I can play the game. Didn't come up today, no Orcust, but the theory's solid. Side deck. The least useful card was Lancia, because I didn't play any Orcust, any Thunder Dragon. You play the card because it kills those decks, but I just didn't play any today. Denko is brilliant against back row decks. It won me 1 game against Striker, it won me 1 game against Salamangreat. The Salamangreat player beat me anyway, but that is irrelevant because it just turns off back row and you can afford to use the normal summon on it. No need to explain. 3, Phantasme. Incredibly expensive for what it does for the deck. It's basically just in there to make sure you get to the side cards that you want to see. If you need to see Denko, you side Denko and Phantasme. If you need to see Nibiru, you side Nibiru and Phantasme to maximise your chances of seeing those. It's just a good card. Don't need to explain that. Then 3, Nibiru. Yeah. His reaction says it all. He lost to it against me 1 game. The only games I lost today, I went 5-1-1 in all. I lost to Salamangreat because they did this to me once, and I drew against the Dark Lord Gren Maju deck, which is also on this profile. Wholly recommend checking that out. But I lost to that because I drew against that, even because I got Nibiru twice. I played through it once, and the second one ended me. So
he only played 2.
Yeah, he only played 2. So, there we go. Sacky, but it works.
Any shoutouts?
I've got 1 more card. This one does need a bit of explaining. This is purely because of Nibiru, and it worked like an absolute charm. This is 3, Red Blossom from Underroot.
I don't even know what this does.
This card, you can special summon it from your hand if you and your opponent have a spell or trap card engraved by banishing them, and you can tribute it while it's on board. Banish an extra deck monster from either graveyard, so Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, or Link, and then special summon a monster from grave that is a different extra deck monster, a different extra deck monster type even. So the general play with this was, if I knew to expect Nibiru, this came in, because if my general combo doesn't normal summon, so if I can draw this or instant fusion as an extra card, I can play through Nibiru by bringing out the rocket. So you get Nibiru'd, you lose all of your board, but then you've got a Dodo and a rocket engrave. You normal summon this, you tribute it, banish the Dodo, which is why I'm playing 3, because you need to be able to still have them available and you can't recover them when they're banished. You tribute this, banish the Dodo, special summon the rocket from grave, tribute the rocket and carry on. Tribute the rocket, special summon 2 and carry on comboing.
Any shoutouts?
That is it. Shoutouts to those 2 over there. Those 2 morons. They were awful, but testing with them was very helpful. Shoutouts to Manaflux Gaming in general, because regionals here are always really good. So well organised, and would recommend it to anyone. And shoutouts to both him and Dinka Bui for winning Milan and encouraging me to start playing this deck, because it's the most fun I've ever had playing the game.
Thank you very much. Congrats on your top.